Red Back Banner, and you can see the color is brown-red. And in the Gobi Desert, the red camel is a unique creature. And around the world, we have about 500,000 red camel, and in Urad Back Banner, there are 5,000 red camels. And after the summer, you can see this time, at the current time, it is the best time for the red camel to be beautiful. And you can see the fur. The fur is so beautiful. And so for this live show, we have invited here this particular red camel. And we have not seen the owner of this red camel, so we do not know his or her name. So if you are interested, you can give him or her your own name. And online, we have the introduction for the red camel during the live show. If you have any questions, any interests, you can raise the questions through the online platform. And now we see the beginning of the cultural festival for Red Camel, and we are visiting the inauguration ceremony, and we have 10 schools participating in the celebration, and these groups and teams come from different units, different communities of the Urad Back Banner. So now we are visiting the inauguration ceremony. You can see here, around the community, we have the herdsmen from all over this beautiful place. And in winter, normally it is lonely, but now we have this festival, this celebration. And now you can see the herdsmen on their red camel, and they are holding a very important instrument for worship. And in winter, it is not a busy season, and we have the Nadam celebration for winter in the Gobi Desert. And the main activity is to race the red camel, and the herdsmen will ride on their red camel and race. And they will compare whose camel are more beautiful, and they will also play balls on the back of the camels, and they will race the camel. And you can see they are holding the white harder to worship and to hope for a beautiful year next year. And the culture of red camel is an important part for the national culture of the Urad people. And camels are an important means of transportation on the Gobi Desert. If you are not familiar with this banner, we can see for the red camel are very important. And the banner is a home of the red banner as well as various other kind of camels. And previously, red camels are important to transportation. And in this banner, you can see that we have this culture of playing balls on the back of red camel. And red camel has been incorporated in the non-physical national heritage. You can see we are at the inauguration ceremony for this place. And Urad Back Banner is on the border between China and Mongolia. And you are seeing the 16 policemen from the police force, and they are actually holding the flag of China, and they are forming a matrix coming towards the platform. And these policemen, they are staging in the border area to protect the stability and security of our country. So this is the first matrix holding the red flag of China. And the second matrix, we can see the children in the robe, the national robe of the Mongolian ethnicity.
那乌拉特民歌方阵呢，是由40名身着民族盛装的传承人组成的民歌方阵，向我们走来。
And we have 40 of the participants inheriting the national culture, the ethnic culture in various kinds of Mongolian robe.
说起乌拉特民歌，大家一定。
And this is a matrix for the folk songs. And for the folk songs of Urad, you may be familiar with one particular, and that is called Hongyan in Chinese, which means swan goose, red swan goose in English. And this is a very typical folk song for Urad people. And you can come here to listen to the folk songs of Urad. It is very typical and with unique characters. And in this team, we can see some senior inheritors for the folk songs, and we have very young children, teenagers. So it shows the passing down of this national culture. And for the folk song, it is for prayer purpose, to hope for a better year next year, and to hope for a better life. So now you can see the third matrix, the third team, and that is the team from the military. Actually, it has a military tradition, and it is focusing on the arts and performance. And this light cavalry has a tradition to serve the local people and to serve the community. And this group, this cavalry, it will have hundreds of performances along the border between China and Mongolia.
收外来，面向未来，创新发展思路，积极响应旅游文化活起战略部署，通探索旅游加文化加演出发展模式，打造具有活力蓬勃、三头不息等特色经济拓宽服务能力，加大对外宣传，中推文化和旅游业的深度融合。
那对于草原上的牧民来说，冬季的生活是非常寂寞的啊。有了乌兰牧骑的这些
And
小
for
伙
the
子和姑娘
herdsmen,
们，那么他们在
winter
冬季
life
的草原上
is
也能够欣
lonely
赏
and
到
rather
当地
dull.
举办的
But
文艺
with
节目。
this
那去年的
young
总集
man
给
and
乌兰
woman,
牧
they
骑
can
沦陷的
have the
引起发
chance
了
to
乌兰牧骑
watch
这
the
些演员的演
performance.
出热情。
And last
那
year,
现在
President
乌
Xi
兰后期的乌
Jinping
兰牧骑呢，
has
坚持和
responded
传承
to
乌兰优秀的民
this
族文化，不忘本来，吸收外
artist
来，面向未来，
soldier
创新
group,
的发展思路的
and this
积
has
极的
inspired
探索
these people.
旅游文化
And
国
for
际
the
这样一个战
Urad
略。
Back Banner, we need to look back on the history and we will explore the culture to build a better future. And now we are seeing the non-physical heritage metric or team. And for the past 800 years, we have beautiful articrafts, the silver articrafts, as well as the folk songs. So this kind of non-physical heritage will help us to inherit and pass down our culture. So we are seeing the traditional accessories made by the craftsmen. Over the past 800 years, every Urad man and woman is a special expert, and you can see the accessories made even from the fur of the camel.
它们是和谐文明的象征。
因为今天的风比较大呀，所以在现场，其实室外的温度倒是还好，但是风力比较大，所以我看到我们的
So
小朋友
we
现
are
在也是
having
遮
a
眼睛，
windy
可能是因为
day,
这个沙子有些
and
厉
some
害。
of the children, they are semi-closing their eyes,
乌拉特的
maybe due
非
to
遗
the
方面
sand in the wind. And now you can see this kind of scored or matrix.
好，接下来呢就是哈达迎宾方队。哈达对于草原上来说是欢迎客人最好
Now
的
we
一种方
have
式。
this team
那现在
holding
80
headers,
民族广场舞组成
and
的哈达方阵呢，
header is an important symbol for the welcoming to the
这
guests.
40名
So
歌手
now
呢
we have this kind of
队员呢
team
手捧着
approaching
哈
the
达，跳起
platform
了广场民
stage,
族舞，
and the
以
40
欢快的节奏呢
participants
展示着
are
草原
holding
良
the
好的金
header,
冠帽。
and they are dancing. The happy rhythm actually show the happy life of the people in Urad Back Banner.
是草原儿女良好的精神面貌。蓝色哈达象征永恒、希望、忠贞和忠诚。
我们看到来自这个哈达方阵的这些大姐们啊，今天是个个精神饱满，
You can
面带
see
笑
the
容，手捧着洁白的哈达，
ladies from the square team.
欢迎着八方
They
宾
are
客。
all enthusiastic and energetic, holding the hada to welcome all of you from all over the places.
由32个牧民以家庭为单位组成的最美幸福家庭方队正经过主席台。近年来，乌拉克后期党委政府认真贯彻落实国家退牧还林还草政策，大力实施乡村振兴战略，着力改善和保障民生，农牧民的生活蒸蒸日上。如今的乌拉克草原，天又蓝了，草都绿了，日子红红火火。
好，大家现在看到的这个方阵啊，特别有意思，叫做最美家庭。
Okay, so you are now seeing a very interesting square team. It is a team with 32 participants featuring the happiest families. So they are actually holding and taking their camels with them. And in this season, they will wear the most beautiful robes and they will take their best camels. And this is actually an important occasion for the herdsmen to show their life, their happiness, as well as their belief in the future. And red camels are the best, the most beautiful for the 32 participants and their families.
大家看到，经过夏天这个换毛之后啊，现在的红驼的这个驼毛啊，是达到了。
And now we can see after the summer season, the fur of the red camels are most beautiful during the year at this juncture. And with the wind, we can see the fur flowing. It is rather beautiful. And for the redder camels, they are more pure in the bloodline, actually, we say.
大家现在看到的这个方阵呢是中蒙友谊方队。那中蒙友谊方队呢由来自
And for this square team, it is showing the relationship between China and Mongolia. We have the participants from Mongolia as well as from different Chinese places with Mongolian ethnicity. And for the Urad Back Banner, it is exploring the cultures, and this banner is holding competitions which attracts the participants from all around China as well as in Mongolia. And in the next few days, on the Gobi Desert, we will have the red camel racing as well as the playing balls on the back of the camels. 看到啊，这些牧民嘛，身着这个蒙古袍，骑着红驼奔跑在戈壁滩 So
上。
we can see these men and women are wearing beautiful robes and they are riding the red camels. It is like yesterday once more where we came back to the ancient Silk Road. And red camels were the most important transportation means in the past.
怎么样？大家看到这些牧民骑着骆驼，是不是也特别的想来戈壁滩骑一骑骆驼，感受一下
So do you feel that you are very interested in coming to the Gobi Desert to have a feel yourself for this red camel culture? Do you want to have a taste, have a try on riding the red camels?
今天的活动现场呢，也是一共有1500峰红驼相聚在这里。
On today's occasion, we have about 1,500 red camels. So for the square team, it is magnificent because we have so many red camels in this team.
大 大家现在看到的呢是富民固边方队，那这个方队呢是由6个苏木镇组成的。
Now we are seeing the square team.
耐劳，一往无前，坚守在祖国的边疆。
The participants of local people, and we have the people from other places. They are actually having their root nowadays in this border area, and they are contributing to the wealth and well-being for the local community. And for the herdsmen, they refer to the use red camels as a major means of transportation, and they actually, along with the camels, stay in the border area and actually protect and guard the border area of China.
大家现在看到的是驼球方队。我们看到这些
And now, this square team, it is like the camel ball. So the participants are holding a stick to hit the ball. And this game is rather similar to polo or horse ball, and the camel polo is rather a very important activity on the Gobi Desert, and the Urad Back Banner is becoming the hometown of the camel polo. And various people from neighboring area will come to the Urad Back Banner to participate in similar competition. And in 2014, it has become the national intangible heritage. And in 2015, the camel polo has become a performance item in the national sport competition.
好，那我们看到这几个方阵走完之后，现在还剩下最后一个方队。
After several square teams, we are awaiting the last square team. The Silk Road team, the Silk Road camel fleet. So now we can see that each year the cultural festival has started in 2017, and for the current festival it is the third, because for this year we hold 2 festivals. We have the people interested in red camels and interested in taking photos. They will come here to take photos of the red camels. And now the herdsmen are presenting the blue hada to the visitors and guests. Distinguished audience, dear audience, I'm in the Urad Back Banner for this live show, and for the herdsmen, it is an important day because it is this kind of annual event of Red Camel Culture Festival, and for red camels have a history of more than hundreds of years. In the past, red camels are important ways of transportation, and now red camels have become an industry for the development of the current times. And red camels are in the amount of about 500,000, and in this particular banner we have 50,000. So you can see this red camel, And you can see the hair is rather brown-red. The redder, the purer in the bloodline of the camels. And for this particular camel, you can see he is rather handsome. After the summer season, the hair is rather thick. Please say hi to the audience. You can see the very cute red camel. And later on, we will ride on the camel to give you a taste, give you a feeling. Maybe you cannot be here today, but through our live show, you can have a feel, have a feeling, have a taste of the red camel. And for the herdsmen today, we have a lot of activities. We will have a beauty pageant to choose the most beautiful camel, and we will also have the camel polo. For the beauty contest, what are the standards? They will look at the shape of the camel. The higher, the stronger, the better. And if we talk about beauty contest, so the camel is actually showing around his good shape. And we will talk about the humps. For the higher humps, the better. And we want the humps also in better shape, in a balanced shape. And we'll also refer to the hair. For the hair, the thicker, the more balanced, the more fluent, the smoother and the redder, the better. And you can see the color shows that this particular red camel is from a pure bloodline. And third standard is that we will look at the standard or accessories. You can see, so the ropes, or the kettles. So for these kind of accessories, they show the craftsmanship of the owner for the red camels. We will come into the Mongolian yard to see how they will build up the ropes and accessories. And for Urad, it means excellent craftsman in Chinese, in Mandarin Chinese. And normally on the Gobi Desert, people's lives may be lonely, but due to this event, the herdsmen from around 100 miles will gather here for this celebration. You can see the traditional Mongolian yurt. The traditional place for the Mongolian people to live in. So what are you seeing here? So we are seeing the accessories. I'm from the Urad Back Banner. And what are they made from? They are made from different materials, such as agate and jade. So they will also use the local stones or specialty stones. So this is a traditional game. So we can see the unique structure. It is used for playing used for playing purposes for the children. It is like you can see the line. We are passing through an important gate, and this gate is shown as the heaven human life gate. So passing that, people will have happy life. So the first step, we will pass here this gate, and the second we will focus on the other two ropes, and we will pull this rope, and you can see the red article passing through the gate. So it is like we are passing through the human heaven gate, and this kind of activity shows the best wishes. So passing the gate, we will have the happy life. So from the original shape on your right, you can see the last stage on your left. So this kind of game, this kind of accessory has a history of more than 900 years. In the past, we did not have telephones. We use very simple things to have our children play. So it is also for the purpose to help our children develop their intelligence. I think it is rather interesting, and it is the first time for me to see such a game. And in Urad Gobi Desert, we have a lot of a gate. And this is the unique specialty stone for the Urad Back Banner. And we adapt the craftsmanship, we carve, and we get the unique accessory. And here you can see this is like the rope holding the horse. So for this part, we put it in the mouth, and then we will hold the horse. So how to make such a rope? So we will have this skin, and we will get rid of the hair. And in a very humid area, we will put in this kind of rope to make it stronger. And for each Urad people, they are very skillful in building and making these things. And on the spot, we have many Mongolian yurts. So what I want to show you is that I want to have more chances to let you see the camel produce. And if you have been to Banner, the Urad Back Banner, it is a place with huge endowment. But for this particular banner, it is with less resources compared to the whole banner place. And we can see now the Red Camel are becoming a pillar industry for this place. So we have a lot of Red Camel produce, so I will show you. You have a taste of the cow milk or horse milk, but you may not have a taste of, for instance, the camel milk. And this is camel yogurt. And seemingly, it is just like the ordinary yogurt we drink. It tastes rather good. So after a long time of speaking, it is rather good to have this yogurt. And for the camel milk or camel yogurt, what are the differences between camel milk and the ordinary horse milk or the cow milk? The low production. For a camel, only about several jin or several kilometers are available each day. And for each year, the production is rather low. And the herdsman's family now rely on getting and milking the camel for their living. So how do people comment on your milk? People have a very positive feedback, rather good. So how much you can earn from the camel milk? So it is not really about money because we are actually expanding, promoting this kind of culture. It is an important way through the milk we can have the promotion of our culture. If you are interested, you can see for each day, only 0.5 kilometer is available for each camel, and only 2 seasons, spring and summer, are the seasons to milk the camel. And for about 1 kilometer of the camel milk, it takes about 80 RMB. So maybe it is like a promotion. And this is the blanket made from the camel hair. And it can keep you warm in the winter time. And what is this? It is a carving from the camel bone. So it is the traditional image or the traditional totem of the Mongolian ethnicity. We can see the carvings from the camel bones. They are very delicate. And we can see various specialty products. And this is camel meat. So you sell camel meat? Yeah. How many camels do you raise? I'm a cooperative. I'm responsible for a cooperative. We will actually buy the meat from the herdsman and we will sell to the market. And for each year, for each one of the herdmen, he will get about dozens of thousands of RMB. And for about 1 kilometer of camel meat, it will take about 60 RMB. And for camel meat, it is rather good for people's health, and it has good taste. You can see the camel meat as well as the camel yogurt. If you are interested, please do come here to have a taste yourself for the Red Camel products. And these are traditional food for the Inner Mongolian ethnicity. And this is fruit cheese. And this is also made from the milk. It is like a small piece of bread with a strong milk flavor. And this is a mooncake with strong milk flavor. And this is also made from cheese. In Chinese, we have the rice crust. And here we have the milk flavored
其他地区，但是我觉得这些美食好像在其他地区没有见过啊，是吗？
resin. So this kind of food are special food for the Urad Banner. So we explore, we cook on our own initiative. So they are in various shapes. We use various kind of fruits. So the sales are rather good. And even outside people, they can be familiar and accustomed to this kind of flavor. So we also adapt our cooking method so as to make the outside people being able to accept the flavor, accept this food. So we are adapting the traditional cooking method, traditional cuisine, to the modern customer. For our family, we will produce about 200 tons of cheese. So it is not that much, but we are actually working very hard in this direction of promoting our food.
好，我们看到一出来以后，外头现在这个风特别大啊。那现在的这个开幕式呢，已经结束了。马上
So
要进
coming
行这样
out,
的一个
we are facing strong wind. Now the inauguration ceremony comes to an end. Now we are seeing the kicking off of the camel racing. So we are coming towards the spot for the camel racing.
我们早晨来的时候，这个天气还特别好。1个小时
So in the morning when we came, it was sunny. Within 1 hour, we can see the strong wind and sandstorm. So you can see from the comparison on the screen, the left and the right. So we have a taste, have a feel of the rather difficult life for the local herdsmen. And we are trying to find the camel we used to feature in our program so that we want to come to the sport for the camel racing.
那我们现在已经找到了这个骆驼主人，一会儿呢他就过来，会牵着我们的骆驼到达赛图的现场。
So later on, we will have this guest camel to accompany us to the sport of the camel racing.
又找到我的小伙伴了。
It is rather windy today, so I find my partner, our guest camel.
其实大家可以看一下这个鼻棍啊，我们请。
So we may have a closer look. So you can see this kind of stick in the nose of the camel. It is like the wheel or the. It is like the steering wheel when we are driving the car, but to put this stick inside the nose of the camel, it is rather a courageous move.
骆驼的主人啊，现在正在进行这样的一个文艺表演，稍后会过来。
The owner of this camel is in a performance, so he will be here in a minute. Maybe we can wait for some time and have a closer look of this guest camel. Hi. So when I ask, how old is this camel? About 10 years old, more than 10 years old.
骑骆驼有什么要注意的吗？想问一下你。
骑骆驼
So what are the notices or guidelines to ride a camel?
首先穿得整齐
How to say that?
吓着了
You need to wear proper clothes so that you will not scare the camel.
为什么要从左来？
它是凶手就从这边凶
这样子。
And you can only approach and touch the camel from the left. It is what we have done since the camel was very young, so it is like a habit. And the camel was easy to get nervous, so you need to be very careful not to scare the camel. So I will just wait for the camel to be in the proper position.
稍微等一下。稍微等一下，稍微等一下。我们请导播老师把这个机器给我，给大家一个在骆驼上的视角。稍等一下。好，可以起了。
So I will hold the camera so that you can have a perspective of me riding on the camel. Also, I'm a little bit nervous.
我们请我们的摄像老师把这个机器给我，给大家感受一下，在这个驼峰上的视角。
So you can see, you can have a view on the camel from sitting on the camel.
好，稍等，稍等。哎，大家看到了吗？现在就是骑在骆驼上的视角，怎么样？感觉是不是高人一等啊？
So you can see the perspective that I'm holding the camera sitting on the back of the camel. So can you have a taste yourself, have a feeling yourself?
在戈壁滩骑红驼。好了，因为我是第一次骑骆驼，比较。
What an amazing experience riding Red Camel on the Gobi Desert.
手机扔掉。好，大家可以。
I'm a little bit nervous because I'm riding on this camel for the first time. So
央视新闻移动网的各位网友，大家好！此时此刻呢，我是在内蒙古巴彦淖尔市乌拉
So
特
this is
后旗朝格
from
温多尔镇
the
戈壁滩的红驼上
Urad Back Banner
新媒体直播。
for the live show from CGTN. And so you can see our satellite car.
好，跟我们摄像老师接一下机器。我们能去那个赛驼现场吗？去那边。好。现在我们就要骑
So
着
we are heading
骆驼呢
toward
到这
the
个赛
camel
驼现场
racing
当然了，
sport.
我不是这个赛驼的选手啊， 但是我们当然可以看看。
We are riding on this red camel. I'm not one of the participants for the camel racing, but on that spot we can see the beautiful scene of the racing camels.
哎呀，刚才在地面上直播的时候还有点冷，但是骑到骆驼上，抱着这个毛茸茸的驼峰，一下子就觉得自己啊。
While standing on the ground, it was a little bit chilly, but sitting on the back of the camel, holding the humps, I feel so
今天的这
warm.
个现场一共是来了1500峰。
So you can see from the camera,
在这儿感觉就是驼山驼海啊。
we have about 1,500 red camels on the spot. So it is like a sea of red camels. 好嘞，我就从这儿可以下了。好，谢谢。啊。啊，跳下来是吧？好，那你帮我拿一下话筒。
你把那个脚蹬。
So the instructions are holding one of the hump, hold tightly, and
怎么样？身手还行吧？
getting off.
其实为了今天骑骆驼，我专门穿了一双这个靴子。
So maybe
在草
I'm
原上骑这个骆驼啊，
rather
马的时候一定
swift.
要穿这样的靴子。
I wear this boot to ride on the camel.
脱鞍
It is a kind of protection
的时候会对自己一种保护，脚会
because maybe you can
掉出来，另外也会保护你的这样一个内侧的
you
这样一
can
个
protect yourself
好，我们到这
if
个骆
you
驼的现场去看一下。
do not hold so tightly on the cattle, and maybe standing on the sand, you also
来
need
看
this
到
boot
今天我们来参
to
加比赛的这些选手，
stand
现在
firmly.
正在对骆驼进行这样的一个交流。
And you can see all the
那这
contestants,
些骆驼呢，
all the participants, they are communicating with their own camels.
和主人进行这样的一个
And
配
these
合。
camels
3岁的时候会接受主人的一个驯化。
can communicate and coordinate with their owners when they were 3 years old.
我们看一下这边的牧
And to participate such a race, a camel need to be about 8 to 10 years old.
你好。啊，怎么了这个骆驼？
啊，骑啊！
哦，马上要骑是吧？
Okay, good morning. So what happened to this camel?
进行的是什么比赛？一会儿。
So we are making preparations
3岁。
啊，3岁。
for the imminent race. So the camel is about 3 years old, rather young camel.
训练的，哎呀，1年多了。
1年多了。哦。
I have been training this camel for more than 1 year.
3岁骆驼比赛，就相对来说驯化的时间比较
So
短。
you can
所
see
以我们看到这儿的骆驼这个体型啊，
the upcoming race is for about 3-year-old camels. You can see the camels in smaller shape.
你好，您是来打驼球
Okay,
的是吗？
good morning.
哦，这是驼杆是吧？我能看一下吗？
So you are here playing the camel polo? Yeah, these are the
和
sticks.
打马球的这个杆子非常像啊。我们看一看，是用，这是用
It is
什么做的
rather similar
竹子
to the clubs we use when we are playing the
看上去
horse
是像
polo.
竹子做的这么一个驼杆。
It is made from
驼球是什么样的？
bamboo from my perspective, if I see the shape. And where are the ball?
看一下。
What are the ball likes?
啊，您打头球多久了？
I do not have a ball in my hand, but
这个运动你觉得有意思吗？
I have been playing polo for about 1 year. It is rather interesting,
您是来自哪里的？中旗。
and it is good for your health.
你们这样的头球队大概有多少支？
咱们那儿就一个。
And from the banner you came from,
今天的对手是哪儿？
about 1 or 2
布拉德黑旗。
groups play this kind of polo.
蒙古的选手
So
打得怎么样？
the competition is in Urad Back Banner, but this contestant is from the Urad Middle Banner.
速度快，
And to play this polo, we need to choose a camel that are very strong and rapid, swift.
第一会儿再上。那个老对手，采访一下，行吗？好。
你好，你是这边来参加比赛的是吗？不是啊。什么时候比赛大概？
So you are here to participate?
上午的3岁那个赛驼比赛呢？3岁。
So when is your turn?
中午以后了。对，那就是上午看不到了。对，太可惜了。好，那我们先开始。之前老师先。
So in the morning session, maybe it is pity that we cannot see your competition. We will now have a look on the camel.
.戈壁红驼和美女吸引了很多的摄影爱好者。
You can see the red camel and its lady owner attracts a lot of photographers because it is such a beautiful scene.
骆驼姑娘是吗？
So for how long have you raised this camel? So the camel lady, rather a very beautiful young girl.
好，我们过去问一下。你好，你好，打扰一下。你好，你叫什么名字啊？问一下。
我叫苏。
Good morning.
哦，这是您家的红驼是吗？
是的。
哦，您家的红驼养了多久了？
This is the camel from your family. How long have you raised this
我
camel?
也不清楚是多长时间。
家里有多少头红驼呢？
7、8
Our family has raised these camels even before my birth, so I do not know.
它叫 Untitled，就是红驼。
My family has raised camels, not this particular one, but has raised camels even before my birth.
我们家
And for this camel,
你好，你好
this。particular camel is 8 years old, and they are my family.
人家这么多了吗？
是吗？那养红驼的话，您觉得能给您带来什么呢？
带了收入。
So to raise red camels, you can get a proper income,
多年了，
and
10年了。
Red Camel
您的父亲
is also a good company. I have been raising camel for more than 10 years.
好可爱。
So it is rather cute.
个子，个子。
那给这个插这个鼻棍的时候，
So for this nose stick, you made it yourself. Yes, I made it myself,
人怎么能和骆驼比较嘞？
and I put it inside the nose.
就拿绳子把线拴，绕
So
住。
how you can put this stick in the camel's nose? How can you beat, or you can get the upper hand from a camel? It is rather a skillful and courageous move.
好，那看一看时间呢，其实我们在这儿其实是想给大家来展示这样一个赛驼比赛，但是因为这样的一个临时的安排，所以可能今天上午这个时段，就没有办法给大家
For
呈现这样一个
some
红驼赛的
temporary
这个情况了
arrangement,
但
in the
是呢
morning
在
session,
每年冬
it
季在乌
is
拉特的这个戈壁红会来进行
not
红驼文化节
possible for us to show the camel racing in the morning's report. And for this year, we have about 1,500 red camels participating in the contest. So if you are interested, you can come here yourself. And the herdsmen
好了，各位网友，那么此时此刻呢，我们在
also accompany the red camels. It become a new business card for the tourism in this place. So we are in Urad Back Banner. Thank you for watching our program.